So in the course வந்து as I said 12th June வரைக்கும் நடக்கும். Okay.
ஓகே சார்.
Total of 15 days. So இன்னைக்கு வந்து we will start with the structure of the financial system in India.
ஓகே சார்.
Role of banks. நாளைக்கு session would be on role of banks in economic development of the country.
ஓகே சார்.
Next 29th வந்து we will take you through the regulatory framework.
ஓகே சார்.
Then we will move on to technology in the banking industry.
ஓகே சார்.
Then we will on 31st we will go to basics of banking business.
ஓகே
Then
சார்.
on Monday onwards we will start on specific products,
ஓகே சார்.
liability products, asset products, investments, insurance, task and government banking. Then we will move towards a bit on operations, which will be clearing operations and CMS.
ஓகே சார்.
Then trade and forex.
ஓகே
Then
சார்.
critical thing is customer relationship management. So today's financial sector or banking industry runs on customer relationship management.
சார்.
Then how to do sales in branch banking,
ஓகே சார்.
communication skills for bankers. So this will be the course structure, Dinesh.
ஓகே சார்.
Okay.
ஓகே ஓகே சார்.
And you need to be attentive so that you can grasp whatever is coming, right?
ஓகே சார்.
But you have already done MBA, right, Dinesh?
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
ஸோ இதுல என்னெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு கவர் ஆயிருக்கு எம்பிஏல?
சார் இப்போ நான் படிச்சதுல இந்த மாதிரி லைன்லாம் கவர் ஆகல சார்.
இந்த மாதிரி எதுவுமே கவர்
இது
ஆகலையா?
எதுவுமே கவர் ஆகல.
ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு ஃபைனான்ஸ் as சப்ஜெக்ட் இருந்திருக்குமே எம்பிஏல?
ஃபைனான்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு, ஆனால் இதெல்லாம் வரல சார். டோட்டலாக ஸ்டாக்கு இந்த மாதிரி இது போயிடுச்சு. மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸு.
சாரி, எந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு?
ஸ்டாக்ஸ், மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ்.
இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் லவுடரா இருக்கணும் தினேஷ், உங்க வாய்ஸ் எனக்கு சரியா கேட்கல.
சார் ஸ்டாக், மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி இதில் போயிடுச்சு.
ஓ, ஸ்டாக்ஸ் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரியா?
ஆமாம் சார்.
ஓகே. பட் பேசிக்ஸ் கவர் பண்ணலையா அவங்க ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஆஃப் ஃபினான்ஷியல் சிஸ்டம்லாம்?
அவ்வளோலாம் கவர் பண்ணல சார்.
Okay, okay. Then this will be a good value addition for you. Okay.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
So okay, let's move on to the actual course. Just give me a minute.
ஓகே சார்.
Okay, Dinesh, can you see the screen? Structure of financial system in
ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஆஃப்
India,
ஃபினான்ஷியல் சிஸ்டம் இன் இந்தியா.
right? Okay.
ஓகே சார்.
Okay, this is a fairly small screen. You are in a laptop or mobile? How are you
லேப்டாப்
connected?
லேப்டாப் லேப்டாப்.
Laptop, then? Okay, so
எஸ்
this
சார்.
will be clear, right?
எஸ் சார்.
Okay, so the financial system has got multiple players and multiple regulators. Okay,
ஓகே சார்.
so you must have a broad view of who are all the regulatory bodies. Then we have financial institutions and intermediaries. Then we have what are the financial assets and instruments.
எஸ் சார்.
What are the financial markets that are available in our country?
எஸ் சார்.
Then what are the financial services that are being given to customers? Okay,
எஸ்
so
சார்.
these are broad five things that you must understand,
ஓகே சார்.
right? Any market, any financial market consists of, first of all, financial institutions, right? So
Yes, sir.
this much we are clear. Okay,
எஸ் சார்.
so first let's look at the financial institutions. What are the financial institutions which are available in our country? Banks, banking, non-banking financial companies, NBFCs, and others. So this is broadly classified into three parts. Okay,
சார்.
you are able to see this, no, banking, non-banking financial entity, and others,
அதர்ஸ்.
right? So there are three broad players in the market.
மார்க்கெட்.
Okay.
ஓகே சார்.
Uh, Banking is split into two types. Okay, scheduled commercial banks, scheduled cooperative banks. So there are two large sets of banks
எஸ்
which
சார்.
are scheduled commercial banks and scheduled cooperative banks. So commercial banks, scheduled commercial banks, நேம் வச்சு ரொம்ப கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ணிக்க வேண்டாம்.
ஓகே
ஷெட்யூல்னா
சார்.
ஆர்பிஐ ஹாஸ் a schedule. Okay,
Okay, sir.
அதுல நம்மளுடைய பேங்க்ஸ் உடைய லிஸ்ட் எல்லாம் போட்டிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ there are about 100 banks in the country. இந்தியாவில் there are more than 100 banks. ஓகே,
Yes, sir.
அந்த பேங்க்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஒரு லிஸ்ட்ல வச்சிருப்பாங்க. தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஷெட்யூல். அந்த
Commercial,
லிஸ்ட்ல இருக்கிற பேங்க்ஸ் எல்லாமே கால்ட் ஷெட்யூல் கமர்ஷியல்
commercial
பேங்க்ஸ்.
banks.
ஓகே, இதுல 4 கேட்டகரிஸ் இருக்குது. பப்ளிக் செக்டார் பேங்க்ஸ், பிரைவேட் செக்டார் பேங்க்ஸ், foreign banks, regional rural banks. So there are 4 categories of scheduled commercial banks. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What are public sector banks? Banks which have been nationalized by the government and which are under the control of the government of India. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Department of Financial Services. அப்படின்னு கவர்மெண்ட்ல ஒரு ஆர்ம் இருக்குது. All the public sector banks will come under the government of
Government.
India. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, what are all the typical government banks? Do you know which are all the public sector banks?
Like SBI,
SBI, Indian Bank,
Indian Bank,
Indian Overseas
Overseas
Bank. There are
Bank,
12 commercial, there are
Overseas
12
Bank.
public sector banks in the country today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So earlier there used to be around 20, 24 and all. There used to be State Bank of Mauritius, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of, Travancore. So a lot of, state banks got merged. And then there used to be, Syndicate Bank, there used to be Allahabad Bank. So there were several, other types of other nationalized banks which are available. A lot of, because of, consolidation and merger, because of the industry, lot of banks have been merged and they have formed into single entities. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So today major public sector banks are like State Bank, Indian Bank, IOB, those kind of banks which are all available. Bank of Baroda. So there are several public sector banks which are under the direct control of the government of India. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Private sector banks, you would know banks like
Equitas, Kotak,
HDFC, Axis,
Kotak,
huh?
Kotak Mahindra,
Kotak, correct. Kotak.
Equitas,
So a lot of
Equitas.
private sector banks are available, which were all, which are also into 2 categories. There are 2 categories of private sector banks. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Old private sector banks, new private sector banks. Okay. Old private sector banks are like Karur Vysya Bank. Okay. Or City Union Bank, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, which have been in existence for a long time,
Yes, sir.
which have been started long time back, right?
Yes, sir.
Which follow the traditional system. Okay.
Okay.
And new private sector banks, which were started after the licensing, the private sector licensing, which was opened up after the economic reforms in 1995, 96.
Yes,
That is the period when new age private sector banks came into existence. So what is the major difference between old private sector banks and new private sector banks? New private sector banks adopted technology in a large way. Okay.
sir.
They adopted, manpower did not come under the IBA norms in the new private sector banks. In the old private sector banks, they were slow in adoption of technology, and all the manpower are under IBA,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, but today's context, so this was a difference which has been over a period of time, but today both are the same, both are using the same technology. So today there is no major difference between old private sector banks and new private sector banks. Because if you remember long time back in 1995, 96 and all, ATM itself was new in the country.
Yes, sir.
Then online banking was new. So a lot of technological aspects ICICI, HDFC and all brought in. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which was not available with banks like Karur Vysya or City Union Bank or Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank at that time. Now every bank is giving, ATM, everybody is having, net banking,
banking.
online banking, everything is available.
Mobile banking app.
Mobile banking, yes. So almost everything is equal now. So there is no major distinction between old private sector bank and new private sector bank, right?
Yes, sir.
Then there are foreign banks in the country. Foreign banks are what? Standard Chartered, Citibank,
Citibank.
Barclays Bank. So there are multiple, foreign banks which are available in the country. Then there are regional rural banks. I don't know if you have heard of this. Have you seen a branch of Tamil Nadu Grama Bank?
Cooperative bank.
Cooperative வேறப்பா.
Yes, sir.
இது வந்து தமிழ்நாடு கிராம பேங்க்னு ஒரு பேங்க் இருக்கு. தே ஆர் ரீஜனல் ரூரல்
எஸ் சார்,
பேங்க்,
எஸ் சார், எஸ்
ஆர்ஆர்பிஸ்.
சார்.
நீங்க
ஆமாம், ஆமாம்,
நீங்க
எஸ் சார்.
உங்களுக்கு நேட்டிவ்ல எந்த பிளேஸ் உங்களுக்கு?
நேட்டிவ் சுருளி ஃபால்ஸ் பக்கத்துல சார்.
சுர்லி ஃபால்ஸா?
கம்பம் சுருளி.
அங்கேயா? ஓகே
அங்க
ஓகே.
அங்க அங்க
அங்க
சார்.
தமிழ்நாடு கிராம பேங்க் இருக்குமே, டிஎன்ஜிபி.
இருக்கு 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 சார், இருக்கு
இருக்கு இல்லையா? தட்
இருக்கு
இஸ்
சார்.
a ரீஜனல் ரூரல் பேங்க். ஓகே.
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
அது வந்து ரீஜனல், which means it is typically in a region or a state.
ஓகே
Okay.
சார், ஓகே சார்.
And these banks are sponsored by nationalized banks.
ஓகே ஓகே சார்.
Okay, they are not standalone entities, but they are sponsored by nationalized banks. Like for example, Tamil Nadu Grama Bank is sponsored by Indian Bank.
எஸ் சார்,
Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
So Indian Bank sponsors this for rural banking, for rural spread and all that. Okay.
ஓகே
So
சார்.
these are the major scheduled commercial, these are the major types of scheduled commercial banks.
ஓகே சார்.
Cooperative banks come under a different sector. Okay.
ஓகே ஓகே சார்.
Cooperative banks, why it is different is because there are two regulatory bodies for cooperative banks. One is Reserve Bank of India, RBI, and
ஓகே
the other is the state cooperative body. ஓகே.
ஓகே
ஸோ
சார்.
நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா தமிழ்நாடுல உள்ள கோஆபரேட்டிவ் பேங்க்ஸ் எல்லாமே
எஸ் சார்.
தே வில் கம் அண்டர் தமிழ்நாடு ஸ்டேட்
ஸ்டேட்.
கோஆபரேட்டிவ் பேங்க், டிஎன்எஸ்சி பேங்க்னு ஒரு பேங்க்
எஸ் சார்,
இருக்கு.
எஸ் சார்.
ஓகேயா?
எஸ் சார்.
So I'm sure you would have seen that bank, TNSC Bank. Now
எஸ் சார்.
it is called Tamil Nadu State Apex Cooperative Bank.
எஸ்
Okay.
சார், எஸ் சார், எஸ்
So
சார்.
they determine the rules and regulations for the cooperative banks. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
But they are also controlled by RBI. So there will be two controls for cooperative banks, whereas all the scheduled commercial banks are only controlled by RBI.
எஸ் சார்.
Okay. So the state cooperative bank does not have a role to play in the scheduled commercial banks, but scheduled cooperative banks are governed by the rules of both RBI as well as the Apex Cooperative
எஸ்
Bank
சார்.
in the state.
எஸ்
Okay.
சார். எஸ் சார்.
Now, if you look at the financial assets or intermediaries, so this is the financial institutions. Okay.
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
These are the banks we have seen. Now, quickly we will look at NBFCs. Okay.
ஓகே ஓகே
NBFCs
சார்.
are leasing companies, hire purchase companies, loan companies, investment companies, mutual funds, and miscellaneous other companies. Okay. All the other, lending entities which are not banks, they are called NBFCs. Okay. இது understand பண்ணிக்கோங்க கொஞ்சம்.
ஓகே சார்.
Banks do two things. Okay.
எஸ்
ஒரு
சார்.
பேங்க்குக்கும் என்பிஎஃப்சிக்கும் என்ன மேஜர் டிஃபரன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா,
எஸ் சார்.
பேங்க்ஸ் டூ டூ மேஜர் திங்ஸ். ஒன் இஸ் அக்செப்ட் டெபாசிட்ஸ்,
ஓகே
செகண்ட்
சார்.
இஸ் லெண்டிங். ஓகே.
ஓகே சார்.
இந்த ரெண்டுமே பாசிபிள் பேங்க்ல நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா யூ கேன் டெபாசிட் மணி, யூ கேன் வித்ட்ரா மணி,
எஸ் சார்.
யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ டேக் அ லோன் ஃப்ரம் அ பேங்க். ஓகே.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
Now NBFCs are of different types. Okay, there are NBFCs which only lend.
எஸ் சார்.
Okay, there are NBFCs which lend as well as accept
எஸ் சார்.
term deposits. Okay, இந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க.
எஸ் சார்.
பேங்க்ல வந்து நீங்க சேவிங்ஸ் அக்கௌண்ட் ஓபன் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் ஓபன் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
ஆனா என்பிஎஃப்சில போய் நீங்க சேவிங்ஸ் அக்கௌண்ட்டோ கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டோ ஓபன் பண்ண முடியாது.
எஸ் சார்.
அவங்க வந்து லெண்டிங் பண்ணலாம், இல்ல ஃபிக்ஸட் டெபாசிட் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க உங்கள்கிட்ட.
எஸ் சார்.
அந்த ரெண்டு தான் பண்ண முடியும் அவங்களால.
ஓகே சார்.
ஓகேயா? தே கேன் கலெக்ட் பப்ளிக் டெபாசிட்ஸ் ஆர் சம் என்பிஎஃப்சிஸ் cannot கலெக்ட் பப்ளிக் டெபாசிட்ஸ். அதாவது ரெண்டு விதம் இருக்குது.
ஓகே சார்.
Depending on the category or the type of registration,
எஸ் சார்.
சிலர் வந்து வெறும் லெண்டிங் மட்டும்தான் பண்ண முடியும். சில என்பிஎஃப்சி வந்து டெபாசிட்டும் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, பட் இட் வில் ஒன்லி பி a டேர்ம் டெபாசிட், அதாவது ஃபிக்ஸட் டெபாசிட் தான் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க.
எஸ் சார்.
செகண்ட் வந்து லெண்டிங்கும் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகே. என்பிஎஃப்சிஸ்ல இந்த ரெண்டு டைப்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஓகே. Then there are other financial institutions like mutual funds, which is a UTI mutual fund. There are the other public sector mutual funds, private sector mutual
எஸ் சார்.
funds, insurance companies, merchant bankers, stockbroking firms, depositories. So there are several other types of financial institutions or intermediaries which are available. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Intermediary na என்னது? What is the difference between an institution and an intermediary?
இன்டர்மீடியட்னா ரோல் பிளே ரெண்டுக்கு நடுவுல ஒரு ரெண்டு செக்டாருக்கு சென்டர்ல பிளே
There are
பண்றாங்க.
two people. For example, a stockbroker. ஓகே,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ஒரு ஸ்டாக் புரோக்கர் இருக்கிறாருன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன்.
Yes,
an
sir.
investor buys stocks from the stock market. உங்களுக்கு MBA கவர் பண்ணிருக்காங்க இல்லையா ஸ்டாக்ஸ்.
ஆமா சார்.
ஓகே, stocks will be typically sold through the stock market, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
can you directly go and buy from the stock market? You
No,
cannot.
sir. No, no.
So there is a registered share broker or a stock broker who is available,
To buy
who
the stocks.
acts as a link from between the customer and the stock exchange.
Stock exchange.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is the role of an intermediary. Intermediary are, as you said, people who intermediate. They are called brokers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Broking. It's called broking. It's not a bad term. They are into broking. So they will do their service for commission.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you want to buy, let's say, 100 shares of Colgate Palmolive,
Yes,
you
sir.
can't go to Colgate and say, okay, give me 100 shares. You can't do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Colgate will list in stock market, let's say Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock
National
Exchange.
Stock Exchange.
Then in to National Stock Exchange, you can't go and say, yeah, you give me now Colgate 100. No.
Yes, sir.
Colgate the NSE deals through brokers, through stock brokers. Okay, so you can buy only through a stock broker,
Brokers.
right? So those people are called intermediaries.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they arrange for financial instruments, financial products. You can't buy and sell everything, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
As a
sir.
customer, you have certain restrictions. Your knowledge level will be low.
Yes, sir.
Your capability to purchase will be low. So financial intermediaries play that part. They take care of buying and selling
Buying
on
and
your
selling of
behalf.
stock. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
So that is the role of a financial intermediary.
financial intermediary.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, the other critical thing is if there is a market, okay, if
Yes,
there
sir.
is a market, the market has to be controlled. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The market has to be regulated. You cannot allow free for all
Yes, sir.
in a financial market or in any market. For
Any
example,
market.
traffic rules இருக்குது. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why do you need traffic rules? Otherwise, if you don't have rules,
Yes, sir.
anybody will come from the right, anybody will go on the left,
Go on left.
anybody will come whichever way they want,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
That is why you have traffic rules. You have to go on this one way. This one way only you can go. Otherwise, you will be fined or
Fine.
there will be a penalty, whatever,
Yes, sir.
right? Similarly, in financial market, okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
need regulator to regulate the market. Otherwise, it will be a free for all, and there will be so many other issues. Frauds can happen, accidents can happen, so many things can happen, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is a free for all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is why, and please understand, financial markets involve money, public money, okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
huge amount of public money. It is not small money, right?
Yes, sir.
So it has to be very well regulated,
Yes, sir.
right? There has to be strict rules and strict enforcement. In the rendum, please understand.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the regulator? What does a regulator do? A regulator will help in framing of laws, okay?
Yes, sir.
Laws are done by the parliament. Laws are enacted by the parliament. But financial laws,
Yes, sir.
the financial intermediaries will tell the government that we need such rules for proper functioning of the financial market.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is one major role of a regulator. Secondly, the regulator will regulate. The regulator will monitor all the financial players, the institutions, the banks, the mutual funds, the stockbrokers. They will be monitored by the regulator. And if somebody is doing something wrong,
Yes, sir.
that wrong will be prevented and the people who are committing a wrong will be punished.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the role of a regulator. So in India, who are all the regulators? Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Company Affairs, okay,
Yes, sir.
RBI, SEBI, Stock
So this stock
Exchange,
exchange.
IRDA, right?
Yes, sir.
These
Yes,
are
sir.
all the regulatory bodies in the country.
Okay, sir.
Have you heard of AMFI? AMFI, there is a regulatory body.
I heard about it, sir.
Sorry?
I heard about it, but I don't know clearly, sir.
Okay, see, AMFI will not come in this list. I'm just
Yes, sir.
asking you why it will not come into that list. Because, see, these are all government bodies, okay?
Yes, sir.
Department of Economic Affairs, Corporate Affairs,
Corporate affairs.
SEBI, Stock Exchange, RBI, AIRD, all run by government. Okay, AMFI is a mutual fund industry body.
Yes, sir. Asset
It is a
management.
self-regulatory body. Please understand.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir.
these are government bodies. That is a self-regulatory body. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that difference you please understand.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Okay.
AMFI, that is why will not find a place in this list, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are all the products which are available? Equity shares. So that's the third part we are in. Financial assets and instruments. What are all the products which are available? Primary market,
Primary
secondary
market,
market,
secondary market
derivatives. There are three
derivatives.
types of markets which are available.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
primary market, equity shares,
Sir,
preference
preference
shares,
share,
and debt
debt
instruments.
instrument.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
கேக்குதா?
Sir. கேக்குது, sir.
Okay. So primary market na, you must understand what is the difference between a primary and a secondary.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Like the same example I will say. An investor wants to buy Colgate stock. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Colgate is a high performing stock you want to buy. Okay.
Sir.
Now you approach Colgate directly and tell him, boss, you're doing well. I want to be part of your company.
Company.
I will buy 100 shares from you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He can't sell it to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what Colgate does is they issue something called shares. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Those shares, when they are issued for the first time,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
or they are issued as preference shares for existing shareholders,
Yes, sir.
it will be done on the primary market.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first time when shares are getting issued, it is a simple way of telling you because you need to understand that is not our core aim, but you must understand what is the primary market. First time when a company is issuing a share, that is called an IPO.
Yes, sir.
Okay, initial public offering, IPO, right? You would have seen so many IPO advertisements.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen IPO advertisements?
Yes, sir.
இந்த கிரிக்கெட் மேட்ச் நடக்கும்போது
Cricket match,
க்ரோ அப்படின்னு ஒருத்தர் போடுறாரு.
grow up.
க்ரோல வந்து என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, we do IPO, we do mutual fund அந்த மாதிரிலாம் போடுறாங்கல்ல.
Yes, sir.
So in that IPO is the first time a company is issuing its shares to the market. It is called a IPO, initial public offering. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So equity shares which are being available for the first time is called IPO. Is called a primary market. Where it is available is in the primary market. Secondary market is what? You have bought 100 shares of Colgate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next day, I want to buy 100 ன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன்.
Yes, sir.
So I come into National Stock Exchange and I put a bid for 100 shares.
100
Okay.
shares.
And you
Yes,
can
sir.
sell it in that market. So rent customers can buy and sell.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is called a secondary market.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Primary market where the company will issue shares.
Yes,
That
sir.
is called a primary market. Secondary market, two people trade those shares,
Yes,
buy
sir.
and sell those shares. That's called a secondary market. Derivatives or futures, options, and all that, we will not get into it, but just be aware that these are called derivative markets. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you doing stock trading?
இப்போ பண்ணல சார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு
Huh?
இப்போ பண்றது இல்ல சார் கரண்ட்லி
The options, contracts பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? Forwards?
பண்ணிருக்கேன் சார் சார் கேக்குதா
ஆ
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பண்ணா சார் ஒரு 2 இயர்ஸ் பிஃபோர் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன் சார்
என்ன பண்ணீங்க? ஷேர் ட்ரேடிங் பண்ணீங்களா இல்லை ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் ஃபார்வர்ட்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணீங்களா?
ஷேர் ட்ரேடிங்
ஷேர் பண்ணீங்களா?
எஸ் சார்
ஓகே. அப்போ எந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க?
க்ரோ ஆப் க்ரோ
சாரி?
க்ரோ
Grow தானே? Okay.
எஸ்
Good. Then you are aware. Okay.
எஸ் சார்
So Grow is actually an intermediary. Okay.
எஸ் சார் எஸ் சார்
And இந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் அதில் இருக்கும். Okay.
எஸ் சார்
So you can book an IPO. IPO comes as a primary market. You can buy and sell shares. So you were a participant in the secondary market, right?
எஸ் சார் எஸ் சார்
Then derivatives, forwards, options, futures, swaps, all of that. Okay.
எஸ் சார்
Um, so what are all the services that are available in the market? Leasing, hire purchase, venture capital, credit cards, bills,
Bills.
housing loans. Okay, all of those services are available.
sir.
Fee-based services, corporate advisory services, mutual funds, credit rating. So there are several services which are available. See, all of these put together becomes the financial market. Okay, banks are one portion of the financial market of the country. You must understand this. Okay, financial system is large.
Yes, sir.
Banks form a portion of that financial system.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move on. Any doubt you have on this?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Financial markets. Okay. Here we will we are looking at financial products, financial markets based on two broader themes. Okay. One is maturity structure. The other is trading.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Based on maturity structure, there are two markets, which are money market and capital market.
Yes, sir.
Based on trading, there are two markets, which are primary and secondary. Primary and secondary market, I just briefed you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let's look at what is a money market and what is a capital market.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Money market means where short-term instruments that mature within a year are traded. Okay. Please understand, money market is always short-term instruments which will mature within a year.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is required for liquidity and short-term financing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, for example, there is something called call money market. Call money market கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா?
இல்ல சார்.
Huh?
இல்ல கேள்விப்பட்டது சார்.
கேள்விப்பட்டதில்ல. Okay. Let's assume we are a bank. Okay. You run a bank. I run a bank னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, I have a large withdrawal. Okay. Somebody wants to withdraw money from my bank. Okay. ஒரு 5 crores கொடுங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறாரு திடீர்னு வந்து.
ஓ, ஓகே ஓகே சார்.
Okay. Yeah.
ஓகே
I
சார்.
may not have that much money with me available right away. Right?
எஸ் சார்.
Okay, so what I do is you are also running a bank.
எஸ் சார்.
So what I do is I can come to you and borrow.
வாவ்.
Okay, so I will say, I will come to your bank and I will tell you, sir, you give me for 4 days, you give me 5 crores
எஸ் சார்.
for 4 days now. Because after that, for me, deposits will come and I can manage my situation. I can repay you. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
So here, when I come and borrow from you, just for 4 days,
எஸ் சார்.
that borrowing is called a money market borrowing. It is done through call money market. A bank to bank borrowing
எஸ் சார்.
for a short term is done through call money market. It is all recorded. It has to be done through proper procedure. Okay, through a
Yes, sir.
particular system. So otherwise, how will the regulator know that I have borrowed from you?
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
I can't just come to your bank and say, oh boss, you give me 4 crores now.
எஸ்
Can
சார்.
I do it?
ஓ, நோ சார்.
So, such short-term borrowings are done
ப்ரொசீஜர்ஸ்.
through the money market.
எஸ் சார்.
Okay, bank to bank is done through call money market. Okay, that is one instrument, but there are several other instruments. There are 90-day treasury bills.
எஸ் சார்.
Okay, there are 180-day bonds
Yes,
which are available.
bonds.
So there are several short-term instruments. Okay, which mature less than a year.
எஸ் சார்.
Those are all traded through the money market. Okay.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
Capital market, the reverse of money market is the capital market. These are typically maturity instruments which are more than 1 year. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
Here, buyers and sellers engage in financial securities, debentures, and government securities. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
Both individuals and institutions can participate in this kind of market. Okay. So, capital market converts financial assets into productive assets. This difference you must understand. Okay. Capital markets are more longer term. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
Now, the same example I will say. Okay. Colgate Palmolive. Colgate is available. Okay.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
You want to buy a share of, you want to buy 100 shares of Colgate. Okay.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார்.
So what they do is they issue 100 shares
Yes.
into they say we are issuing 100 shares, which gets listed in National Stock Exchange. Then you can buy, right?
எஸ் சார்.
When you are buying, okay, from the primary market, first time they are issuing shares,
எஸ்
right? IPO
sir.
they are issuing,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So you will pay, right? In an IPO, what happens is the subscribers will pay the amount.
Yeah,
Okay. Now what happens to that amount?
um,
What will the company do with that amount?
investing.
Huh?
Use money as an investment.
They will use it as an investment
Yes, sir.
to invest in more factories,
More factories.
to invest in more offices. They will, do more marketing.
Yes, sir.
They will employ more people,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, capital marketல என்ன ஆகும்னா financial asset is converted into physical asset. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Because it is a longer term. See, money market, financial asset still remains as a financial asset only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are two people who buy and sell. There is a bond
Yes, sir.
which is
Bond.
6 months mature. Once that maturity happens, that is all over.
Yes, sir.
Whereas capital market, since it is more long term,
Yes, sir.
the company can invest in more productive purposes and productive physical assets.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it? So that is why capital market is very important in a country.
Yes, sir.
What is the importance of a capital market? Capital market converts monetary assets, the financial assets, into physical assets, which will ensure growth of the company, which will result in more assets which are getting created, and which will lead to the growth of the country. Okay, this you must understand. Okay, this is the major difference between money market and capital market. Capital market long term, it converts financial assets into physical assets, right?
Yes,
So we'll look at the major differences. Money market, short-term funds, less than the fund will
sir.
have to be repaid or it matures in 364 days
64
or
days
less.
or less.
Capital market, medium and long-term securities, maturity is more than a year.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Money market, various sub-markets, call money market, bill market. So different types of sub-markets are available.
Sir.
Expected returns are lower because this is short-term,
Sir, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Capital market expected returns are higher
Higher
because
because
because see what happens is when a company invests in factories, let's say Colgate collected money, they invested in more factories. What happens to the company?
it will get more
Turnover will
profit.
increase.
Yes, sir.
Turnover of the company will increase. When the turnover
Salaries,
increases, profit increases.
profit increases.
So the company grows, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you are investing in capital market, there is a higher return because the company will grow,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, what are all the which are all the participants in a money market? Money market, general public will not participate. Okay, please understand that.
Sir.
General public will not participate in money markets. So typically DFHI, Discount Finance House of India, LIC, UTI, GIC, NABARD,
Yes, sir.
banks, all of these will participate. This is meant for larger institutions. Okay,
Yes, sir.
capital markets will be more people will be participating, more public will be
More public will
participating.
participate.
But please understand, capital market has higher risk.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in terms of repayment, because see, institution to institution, money market, I am a bank, you are a bank, I borrow from you, and
You will.
definitely I will give it to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there a risk of default in a money market?
No, sir.
There is no risk of default
No
in
risk.
money market,
Yes, sir.
but
Yes, sir.
capital market is not like that.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's assume a company did an IPO, they collected money, they invested in a factory, but that factory failed.
Yes, sir.
When will you get your money? How will you get your money? You may not get your money at all, right?
Yes, sir.
That is why in a capital market, you have to invest in very good companies.
Yes, sir.
Company selection is very important in capital markets, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then only you will get your return. Otherwise, the company will fail. Then all your money that you invested in that company will go off,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the call money market. I discussed with you. Okay, this banks with temporary deficit of funds will borrow money from banks which have excess. That is called a call money market. And the typical tenure is 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, those kind of tenures. Okay, it has to be repaid within that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
call money market. Treasury
Yes, sir.
bills. Treasury bills 91 days, 182 days, 364
364
days.
days.
Because they come at a money market, that is why T-bills are 364 days. Please understand.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Because they will be listed on the money market,
Okay, sir.
not on the capital market.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So T-bills are typically 91, 182, 364.
364 days.
You must understand why a T-bill is not a 365 days. This is the reason.
This is money market.
These are money market instruments,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Short-term financial requirements of the government, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they will issue bills. They will borrow against those bills. They will say we will pay in 3 months or 6 months or whatever,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Primary market we discussed. New issue market, secondary
Secondary
market,
market is existing shares
where
on the
where
market.
customers can participate buying and selling, right?
Yes, sir.
New
Yes,
issue
sir.
is called a primary market,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, price of new issue is determined and decided by the management of the company. This you must understand. Okay, in a primary market, the pricing is determined by the corporate.
Yes, sir.
But in a secondary market, the pricing is determined by demand and supply.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if there is too much of demand for Colgate shares, the share price will increase.
Increases.
Right? You have done trading, right?
Yes, sir.
So if there is a demand for a particular, if the volume is high in a market, okay,
Yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
share price will immediately go up. If the
Yes, sir.
delivery volume increases, so you are aware of all these terms, no?
Yes, sir.
Delivery volumes, all of those.
Partly I know that, sir. Fully
You should see. I don't know why you stopped. Probably you got into losses or something, or what was the reason you stopped?
stock market, sir.
Uh,
லாஸ் அந்த மாதிரி இல்லை சார். இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் பண்றது இல்லை.
அது இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லைனாலும் கொஞ்சம் அப்பப்போ பாருங்க. பிகாஸ் when we are entering the financial market, they
Yes,
are
sir.
very important.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
ஆக்டிவாக ட்ரேடிங்லாம் பண்ண வேண்டாம். I'm not an advocate of active trading.
Yes, sir.
பட் பார்த்துட்டே இருங்க. See, you should know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You must see what is happening. இப்போ
Yes, sir.
இப்போ நம்ம அதுல ட்ரேடிங் பண்றோமோ இல்லையோ அங்க என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கிறது நல்லது.
Okay,
ஓகே.
sir.
பட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் யூ மஸ்ட் என்ன நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ஸ் ரீட் பண்றீங்க?
தினமலர்.
தினமலர்லாம் இல்லப்பா. ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் எக்கனாமிக் டைம்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி கேட்குறேன். ஆர் யூ ரீடிங் எக்கனாமிக்
அது
டைம்ஸ், பிசினஸ் லைன்?
போன்ல தான் சார் பார்க்குறேன்.
ஃபோன்லாம் பார்க்கக்கூடாதுப்பா. சி வாட் ஐம் சேயிங் இஸ் டெய்லி யூ கேன் ஸ்பெண்ட் ஒரு half an hour to 1 hour on these papers.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
don't read it on phones.
Okay.
Because those phones are very redacted. அதாவது ஃபுல் ரிப்போர்ட் அதில் இருக்காது. ஓகே, அவன் ஜஸ்ட் தான் கொடுப்பாங்க.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, மை சஜஷன் டு யூ இஸ்
Yes, sir.
please read economic times or business line. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You must because you aspire to be in the financial sector,
Yes, sir.
that will give you much more knowledge and inputs. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, financial sector பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் knowledge is very very important and regular updation of knowledge is very important. See, ஃபினான்ஷியல் செக்டார் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நான் வந்து ஒரு ஒரு பேங்க்ல நான் என்டர் பண்ணிட்டேன், இல்லை நான் ஒரு என்பிஎஃப்சியில் என்டர் பண்ணிட்டேன், இல்லை நான் ஒரு இதுலேயோ ஒரு 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 மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டில் என்டர் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஸோ இனிமேல் ஐ எம் செட். நான் டே டு டே ஒர்க்கை பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தா போதும், அப்படி கிடையாது.
Okay, sir.
Financial market or financial sector is a continuous learning process. Please understand it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you think that you need to be in this industry,
Yes, sir.
you must keep continuously learning. நீங்க வந்து entry stage now you are 22 23 இந்த ஏஜ்ல இருந்தாலும் சரி, when you are 40 45 or 50 or 55 you will keep learning. Financial
Yes, sir.
sector is so vast.
Yes,
There
sir.
is no stoppage to learn.
Yes,
You
sir.
cannot stop learning in the financial sector because things will keep changing.
Okay, sir.
Unless you are aware of the changes, it will be difficult for you to perform. Please understand it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how is capital formed? Savings, finance,
Finance,
investments.
investment.
Okay. These are the three activities through which capital is formed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very, very important. Because banks play a role in all of these three activities.
Sir.
Okay. That is why the role of a banker in an economy is very, very important. Okay.
Sir.
So this you must remember. I'm not sure whether you are taking notes, Dinesh. Please, if you can take
Taking
notes,
notes எழுதுறேன்.
எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Because these are very, very critical. Why you are a banker? Why I am a bankerங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு தெரியணும். Okay. What is so unique about a bank? See, இதெல்லாம் வந்து உங்களுக்கு வெளியே எத்தனை பேர் சொல்லி கொடுப்பாங்கன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல.
Sir, sir.
But unless you understand why you are a banker and why you feel happy about being a banker, because my role today
Sir.
is of great importance to the country.
Sir.
Okay, you must understand this. A banker helps in capital formation of the country. உங்களுக்கு வந்து நீங்க நாளைக்கு பேங்க்ல ஜாயின் பண்ண பிறகு அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க நீங்க வந்து சேவிங்ஸ் அக்கௌண்ட் கொண்டு வாங்க 10 அக்கௌண்ட் கொண்டு வாங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகே, அப்போ வந்து நீங்க என்ன நினைப்பீங்க? எனக்கு இது டார்கெட் கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னு நினைப்பீங்க. ஓகே, லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் திங்க் லைக் தட்.
Yes, sir.
எனக்கு வந்து டார்கெட் கொடுக்குறாங்க, எனக்கு ரொம்ப ப்ரெஷர் இருக்குது, எனக்கு இதை பண்ண சொல்றாங்க, அதை பண்ண சொல்றாங்க. பட் if you understand why you need to bring in savings, you will realize that you're contributing to the growth of the bank as well as the country. Please understand it.
Yes, sir, sir.
நீ சேவிங்ஸை வந்து ஒருத்தர் வந்து 1 லட்ச ரூபா வச்சிருக்கிறாரு, கேஷா வீட்டில் வச்சிருக்கிறதுக்கும் பேங்க்ல வச்சிருக்கிறதுக்கும் ஒரு பெரிய டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஓகே,
Yes, sir.
you must understand that difference.
Yes, sir.
Why a bank is very important? Because it channels savings.
Sir.
உங்களுக்கு டார்கெட்னு நீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it will be a burden for you.
Sir.
பேங்க்ல வந்து மேனேஜர் சொல்றாரு அக்கௌண்ட் ஓபன் பண்ண சொல்றாரு, ஃபண்ட்ஸ் கொண்டு வர சொல்றாரு அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து யூ வில் ஃபீல் தட் யூ ஆர் அண்டர் ப்ரெஷர்.
Sir.
பட் இஃப் யூ ரியலைஸ் வை யூ டூ இட், எதனால நான் இதை பண்றேன் அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா, எஸ் ஐ ஹாவ் டு டூ இட்
Yes, sir.
ஃபார் தி growth of the bank, ஃபார் தி growth of the country, ஃபார் மை ஓன் growth. I have to do it அப்படின்னு நீங்க நினைச்சீங்கன்னா you will easily do everything because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
sir.
why you are doing it and why it is important,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we will go through that. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
introducing it to the concept. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Major role of banks is to intermediate. So intermediary. நம்ம சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, stock broker is an
Stock
intermediary.
broker.
Bank is what? Bank is
Intermediary.
also an intermediary. Please understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. A bank is an intermediary between a lender and a borrower. யாருக்கு இடையில நம்ம இருக்கிறோம்?
Lender and borrower.
Lender.
Yes, sir.
அதாவது சேவர்ஸ். lenders are called savers.
Savers.
சேவர்ஸ்க்கும் பாரோவருக்கும், அதாவது ஸ்பெண்டர்ஸ்.
Yes, sir.
ஸோ இப்போ நான் சொன்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் திருப்பி சொல்றேன்.
Yes, sir.
1 லட்ச ரூபா ஒருத்தர் சேவிங்ஸ் வச்சிருக்கிறாரு. ஓகே, அவர் வீட்டில் கேஷா வச்சிருக்கிறாரு.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, அதை கொண்டு போய் அவர் யாருக்காவது கொடுக்க முடியுமா?
கொடுக்க முடியும், sir.
ரெக்கார்ட் இருக்காது, அதாவது கொடுக்கலாம் அவரு.
கொடுக்கலாம்.
He can go and give it in the local money lenders,
Yes, sir.
pawn shops, இந்த அடகு கடை அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு
Yes, sir.
இல்லையா,
Yes, sir. Yes,
இருக்கு,
sir.
அங்க கொண்டு போய் கொடுக்கலாம்.
Yes, sir.
ரெசிப்ட் இருக்காது, ரெகுலேஷன் இருக்காது. ப்ளீஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்.
Yes, sir.
இட் இஸ் லைக் எ ஃப்ரீ ஃபார் ஆல். ஃப்ரீ ஃபார்
Yes,
ஆல்,
sir.
டிராஃபிக் ஃப்ரீ ஃபார் ஆல்.
Yes, sir.
எல்லாரும் லெஃப்ட்ல இருந்து
No
வருவாங்க,
one
ரைட்ல இருந்து
follows.
வருவாங்க, ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா வருவாங்க. இட் வில் unnecessarily it will end in a collapse.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Major role of bank is to intermediate resources from a depositor to the lender. This is the role of a bank. Please understand this. Very, very important if you want to be a banker. Right? You are an intermediary.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
you collect funds from the depositor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes,
you
sir.
give it to a person who wants money. ஒரு இடத்துல வாங்குவீங்க, இன்னொரு இடத்துல கொடுப்பீங்க.
Yes, sir.
That is the role of a banker. So you are an intermediary. Okay, please understand this concept very well.
Yes, sir.
Very, very important. Okay. யாரு சேவிங்ஸ் பண்றா? ஹவுஸ் ஹோல்டு, அதாவது வீடுகள்ல.
வீடுகள்ல.
ஓகே. பிசினஸ் ஃபர்ம்ஸ், பிசினஸஸ்ல சேவிங்ஸ் வரும் இல்லையா, அதாவது
Yes, sir.
ஜென்ரேட் பண்ணுவாங்க, கேஷ் ஜென்ரேட் பண்ணுவாங்க. That will come to the business. மோர் சேல்ஸ் வரும்போது, இன்னும் சேல்ஸ் வரும்போது அவங்களுக்கு ஃபண்ட்ஸ் வரும்ல.
Yes,
ஓகே. Government has got a lot of funds, right?
Yes, sir.
Foreigners, foreign people who come here for work or to, or for tourist, whatever, they
Tourist.
spend money, you will have money, right?
Yes, sir.
From where and all you can collect money. Okay, then to whom you can give? Borrowers. households,
borrowers.
businesses, government, or
Government.
anybody, foreigners also you can give.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similar segments are on the left side as well as the right side. Please understand this concept. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ஒரு ஃபேமிலியில 1 லட்ச ரூபாய் கேஷ் வச்சிருக்காங்க, இன்னொரு ஃபேமிலியில அவங்களுக்கு அவசரமா 1 லட்ச ரூபாய் தேவைப்படுது.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, அவங்க பையன் ஒரு கோர்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணணும், அவருக்கு வந்து 1 லட்ச ரூபாய் ஃபீஸ் கட்டணும்.
Yes,
அந்த
sir.
ஃபேமிலியில இல்ல, அதனால அவங்க வந்து பாரோ பண்ணுவாங்க.
Yes, sir.
ரைட்?
Yes, sir.
ஸோ இந்த ரோல் தான் பேங்க் ப்ளே பண்றது முக்கியமான ரோல்.
Okay, sir.
சேவிங்ஸ் பண்றவங்க, அதாவது சேவிங்ஸ் பண்றவங்க பேரு டெபாசிட்டர் பேங்க் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும்.
Yes, sir.
ரைட்?
Yes, sir.
பாரோவர்னா யாரு? நம்ம பேங்க்ல இருந்து பணம் அவங்களுக்கு தேவைங்கிறதுனால அவங்களுக்கு கொடுக்குறோம், அவங்க பேரு பாரோவர். இவ்வளவுதாங்க. டெபாசிட்டர், பாரோவர், அந்த
Borrower.
ரெண்டுக்கும் நடுவில் இருக்கிறவங்க பேங்கர்.
Bank.
யூ ஆர் அ பேங்கர்.
Yes, sir.
You are an intermediary who will collect funds from the depositor. You will lend money to the borrower.
Borrower.
Please understand this. Okay, very, very important for you to understand this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here what we do, we bridge the gap, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so we route money from the depositor to the borrower. That is our role. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In between, how will we give? We can't give to everyone, right? இப்போ ஒரு 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 டெபாசிட்டர் இருந்து நம்ம ஃபண்ட்ஸ் கலெக்ட் பண்றோம், 1 லட்ச ரூபாய் கலெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம். ஓகேயா?
Yes, sir.
அது ஒருத்தர் கேட்குறாரு, எனக்கு வேணுங்க 1 lakh கொடுங்க, ஃபீஸ் கட்டணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்குறாரு.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே.
Yes, sir.
பட் நீங்க எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுப்போமா பேங்க்ஸ்?
இல்ல சார்,
பண்ண மாட்டோம் இல்லையா?
பண்ண மாட்டோம்.
ஸோ we will work on the credit worthiness of the customer.
கஸ்டமர்.
அவருக்கு கிரெடிட் வர்த்தியா இருக்கிறாரா,
Yes,
அவர்
sir.
ஜென்யூனா, அவருடைய கேஒய்சி இருக்குதா,
Yes, sir.
இதெல்லாம் நம்ம செக் பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையா?
Yes, sir.
அந்த அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஒரு பேங்க்குள்ள இருக்கும். அதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட். ஓகே.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We bridge that gap, but in a systematic and structured way, by credit rating, by underwriting, by merchant banking. So there are different ways. Several people need funds. Large corporates need funds. அதுக்கெல்லாம் பேரு merchant banking.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, but the role is the same. We collect money from depositors and we give money to the borrowers. Whether it is an individual or it is a large company or it is a medium-sized company or anyone, government, anybody we can give.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Bank plays a role with regard to payment and settlement. Payment and settlement, do you understand? When two customers have to pay each other or to collect funds from the customers, we play that role. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Financial engineering. Okay, we introduce new concepts on risk management. We develop novel solutions, new solutions.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we play the role of the risk manager. Okay, who takes the risk? So இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க ஒரு முக்கியமான அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும். பேங்க் பிளேஸ் த ரோல் ஆஃப் a risk manager.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, நீங்க ஒரு கஸ்டமர்ட்ட இருந்து 1 lakh வாங்கியிருக்கிறீங்க உங்க பேங்க்ல.
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, நீங்க அதை இன்னொருத்தருக்கு லெண்ட் பண்றீங்க. ஸோ நான் சொன்னேன், யூ ஆஸ் அ பேங்கர் யூ வில் அனலைஸ் த கிரெடிட் வர்த்தினஸ் ஆஃப் த பார்ட்டி, யூ வில் லுக் அட் கிரெடிட் ரேட்டிங், யூ வில் லுக் அட் collaterals, you will look at multiple things, then only you will lend. Correct? Why do you have to be sure about getting back the money from your borrower? ஏன் அந்த ரோல் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் சொல்லுங்க? What according to you?
திரும்பி ரிட்டர்ன் பண்ணலன்னா நம்ம டெபாசிட்டருக்கு வந்து ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்சிபிளா இருக்கும்.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So depositor is giving to you with the assurance that you will give it to him
Give it
whenever
to
he
that.
wants it.
Yes,
Correct?
sir. Yes, sir.
So நீங்க அவர்ட்ட funds collect பண்ணும்போது the implied understanding is whenever he wants money from you, you will give it back to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He can come and withdraw at any time.
Anytime.
Correct?
Yeah.
Whereas borrower உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கலனால் உங்களால எப்படி டெபாசிட் கொடுக்க முடியும்?
Yes, sir.
So a lot of times bankers face this problem. A lot of customers will come and even, sometimes argue with you. They will say, sir, why aren't you giving me money? Why aren't you lending? The bank may not lend to somebody because they are not sure that person will give it back.
Yes, sir.
So bank carries that risk. We take the risk for
Take the
that
risk.
funds,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? So otherwise, the customers will end up lending in open market and they may not get their money at all. Reduce transaction cost and borrowing. Okay. So there's a cost for everything. But banks, since we are large, the cost is reduced. There are 137 scheduled commercial banks in the country. Okay. Cooperative banks, local area banks, RRBs. Okay. Those are called RRBs, regional rural banks, as I said, TNGB. 9,516 non-banking financial companies. This is the size of the market. Please understand. Okay, you are entering into a sector which is huge, which has no limits. Okay, it's absolutely huge. Okay, please understand this. Banks include banks which are included in the second schedule of the RBI Act 1934 are called scheduled commercial banks. அவ்வளவுதான். As I said, it's a list which is available with the Reserve Bank of India. It is called second schedule. Okay, and the schedule irunda, it is called scheduled commercial banks. Tomorrow, when you go to a bank to collect deposit, somebody will ask you, are you a scheduled commercial bank? You should know what is a scheduled commercial bank. Okay,
Yes, sir.
we are in the second schedule of the RBI Act 1934. So you are called scheduled commercial bank, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Banks are issued licenses under the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. Another very important one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In our detailed course, we have all of that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because we have a structured program only for you. We have
Yes, sir.
reduced all that. We will not get into it. But please understand, BR Act of 1949 is what governs the banks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So structure of the banks, private sector banks, FDI is allowed up to 49%. Foreign direct investment is
Yes,
allowed
sir.
up to 49%.
49%.
Up to 74% is allowed through the government approval route.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
FDI in public sector banks can be a maximum of 20%. Right? This and all we have discussed. Scheduled
Yes, sir.
commercial banks, public sector banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, RRBs, small finance banks, payment banks. These are two new things which are got added. Small finance banks and payment banks.
Yes, sir.
We will come to it. Okay. I'll briefly tell you. 12 public sector banks, SBI, Indian Bank, IOB. 21 private sector banks, HDFC, Axis, ICICI. Small finance banks, have you seen this branch of Equitas, Jana? Have you heard of them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Avangala small finance bank. That's a different license. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Payment banks, Airtel Payment Bank,
Payment bank,
Fino Payment
Fino
Bank, they
Payment
can
Bank,
only do payment transactions.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Foreign banks, there are 44 foreign banks in the country. Citibank, Standard Chartered, Uri Bank, several foreign banks.
Yes, sir.
There are 4 financial institutions like Exim Bank, which is the Export-Import Bank of India, SIDBI, Small Industries Development Board of India, several. Okay. Cooperative banks, 34 banks are there. State cooperative banks, Tamil Nadu State Apex Cooperative Bank. These are the Apex Cooperative banks.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
These are state Apex Cooperative banks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But there are so many other, district cooperative banks. That's multiple. Okay.
Yes, sir.
RRBs, as I said, Tamil Nadu Grama Bank,
Grama Bank, Andhra.
Andhra Pradesh, Andhra Pragati Gramin Bank, APGVB, so many RRBs are there.
Yes, sir.
Must understand that RRBs are sponsored by the PSU
Yes, sir.
banks, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Scheduled commercial banks includes public sector, private sector, foreign banks, RRBs, small payment banks, small finance banks, and payment banks. Okay. Public sector banks, SBI has a separate act. All the other public sector banks will have a separate act.
Yes, sir.
Okay. SBI comes under SBI Act of 1955. This one, all the other PSUs, public sector unit banks are under different acts. Okay. 1970, 1980, all these 12 public sector banks. Foreign banks have its headquarters outside India. That becomes a foreign bank. Okay. What is a foreign bank? If the headquarters of the bank is outside India, which is abroad, it becomes a foreign bank. Right? Private sector banks are licensed under the same Banking Regulation Act 1949. RRBs was started in 1976, but limited area of operation. RRBs are owned by the Government of India, state government, and sponsor banks.
Yes, sir.
right? Tamil
Yes,
Nadu
sir.
Grama Bank is owned by
Yes, sir.
Indian Bank. Sponsor bank வந்து அதுல Indian Bank. Okay? State government
Yes,
is
sir.
Tamil Nadu government. Central government is government of India. Okay? All three will have shares on RRBs.
RRBs.
Small finance banks was created recently about 10 years back. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Their main job is for serving unserved and underserved sections, including small business units, micro and small enterprises. Those are SFBs, small finance banks, Equitas, Jana, Bandhan. So there are so many small finance banks. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Payment banks, I told you, Airtel
Okay,
Bank,
okay, okay. Airtel payment
Fino
bank.
Payment Bank, so many others are available. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They are mainly into payment and remittance services.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So these are some of the key performance indicators. Okay. We will not get into this too much. Okay. But you must understand that banks are classified like this. Population group wise. In the chart தெரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? Can you see
Yes, sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா any bank branch is classified as a metro branch, urban branch, semi-urban or rural.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are only three classifications: metro, urban, rural.
Right.
Okay. They have
Yes, sir.
merged semi-urban and urban. Okay,
Yes, sir.
based
Yes,
on
sir.
the location. Okay, so
Yes,
the
sir.
number of bank branches in rural is 54,518 bank branches are there. Semi-urban 45,164. So
Yes.
metro 32,474. Metro are the metro cities, right?
Yes, sir.
Chennai,
Yes, sir. Like
Bangalore,
Chennai, Bangalore,
Hyderabad,
Hyderabad,
Calcutta,
Mumbai.
large cities.
Yes, sir.
Total 1,63,657 branches are available, right?
Yes.
That's the spread. This is so large. Okay, please understand. Cooperative banks we have seen. Okay, cooperative banks are registered under the State Cooperative Act of the state concerned,
Yes, sir.
and its banking business is licensed and regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. This you must understand. Okay, cooperative banks dual control. State Cooperative Society Act will control it. State cooperatives will control it, and business is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Right?
Yes, sir.
Financial institutions, Exim, NABARD, SIDBI, these are for specific purposes. Okay, they provide medium to long-term loans for different sectors of the industry. Okay, NABARD தெரியும்ல? National Bank for Agriculture Rural Development. So they focus on agricultural lending. National Housing Bank. This is a bank which lends to housing companies. HDFC and the மாதிரி housing finance companies இருக்கு இல்லையா? NHB will lend to them. Okay, NBFCs we have seen. Non-banking financial companies, right? They lend and make investments, but there are differences. What are the differences between NBFCs and banks? Very important. NBFC cannot accept demand deposits. They can accept only fixed deposits. I said no. They can accept only term deposit, which will have fixed maturity term. Okay, but they cannot accept savings account or current account, which are called demand deposits. So term deposit, demand deposit, in the ரெண்டு concept ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, very important. You can note down. We will discuss it later. Okay. Term deposit as a term. Okay, fixed deposit என்ன 1 year or 2 years அப்புறம் தான் நீங்க எடுக்க முடியும்.
Yes, sir.
Right? அது ஒரு FD-க்கு ஒரு term இருக்கும். Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whereas term deposit is like a savings account. இன்னைக்கு நீங்க கேஷ் போடலாம், நாளைக்கு வந்து அதே கேஷ் எடுத்துக்கலாம். எப்போ வேணாலும் நீங்க போய் எடுத்துக்கலாம். இல்ல இன்னைக்கு ஈவினிங்கே கூட ஏடிஎம்ல போய் எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bank has to give it to you. That is called a demand deposit.
Yes, sir.
At any point you can withdraw 24 by
Yes, sir.
7.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
is called a demand deposit. Whereas
Yes,
term
sir.
deposits has a tenure to it.
Tenure.
Tenure na term. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Please understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is all okay.
Yes, sir.
RRBs. See, capital structure of RRBs, as I said, Government of India 50%, State Government 15%, Sponsor Bank 35%. So, Tamil Nadu Grama Bankla, Government of India, Central Government 50% share வச்சிருப்பாங்க. State Government, Tamil Nadu Government 15%,
Yes, sir.
Sponsor Bank, Indian Bank will have 35%. Right? So, small finance bank was introduced with the objective of furthering financial inclusion by primarily extending loans and other services to underserved sections like marginal farmers, small businesses. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they have to focus only on these kind of segments. They will not focus on larger corporates and all that. Okay. So their major aim is to do financial inclusion, bring more customers into the financial system. Look at the last line. Small finance banks have to lend 75% of the credit to only those sectors which are available for priority sector lending. So this you must understand. This you can go and find out. Just as an exercise today, I'll give you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
go
sir.
online and find out what is priority sector lending. What is the priority sector lending? You must understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just spend some half an hour online.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, sir.
and just understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this will move on.
Yes, sir.
NBFC, small finance banks, these and all we have seen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
SFBs, small finance banks,
Not
have
cooperative banks.
a ceiling on lending. This and all you must understand.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
I've already discussed all these with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, RRBs. So this is basically the structure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is in depth on the payment banks and all that.
Yes,
This
sir.
we will not get into right now, but I hope you have understood what is the financial structure, what are the important roles that a bank has to
Yes,
play.
sir. Yes,
Bank is
sir.
an intermediary,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
between a depositor and a borrower. Okay,
Wow.
that is our role, and we collect fees for that,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yes, sir.
this ends our session today.
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to spend half an hour on priority sector lending.
Okay, sir.
Okay, understand what it is. In tomorrow's session, please let me know. I want
Yes,
you
sir.
to understand. I want you to tell me what you understand about priority sector lending. 5 minutes,
Okay,
we'll
okay,
discuss
sir.
that. Right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, Dinesh.
Sir,
Okay.
can you send this PDF?
I will send this. Okay, but video will
Okay.
take 1 or 2 days to make. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I can send it to you. Hmm?
Okay, okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, ma. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you.
sir.